So when it comes to buying football products, there's two brands that come to mind, Nike and Adidas. But who really is the king of football? Well, today I'm going to find out. I've bought every product they make, from boots to gloves, and we're going to test out and compare each one and decide who made it best.
I just want to point out that I'm not sponsored by either brand. This is my complete unbiased opinion. I'm going to be as honest as possible when comparing the products. This video will probably stop me working with at least one of these brands in the future, but it's fine because I'm sure this is going to make a very interesting video, and by the end of it we should know which brand is the king of football. Let's do it.
So we're heading down to the pitch to test out the first product, expensive football boots.
So I brought to the pitch with me today a pair of top-end Nike Tiempo Legends and a top-end pair of Adidas Predators.
I'm going to be comparing both brands' most expensive boots.
Right, let's get both these top-end boots on feet and test them out.
First up with the Adidas boots.
Now when it comes to price, Adidas are the clear winners on this one.
As you can see, all the top-end Adidas boots are slightly cheaper than the Nikes, so that's good news for them early on. The Adidas boots look really cool, but if I'm honest, I didn't really like how they felt on feet. So I finished off with the Adidas boots by taking some shots and then moved on to the Nikes. So the Nikes are really impressive, very comfortable boot and very nice to play in.
I'll tell you what, after testing them out for a bit, for me these Predators just feel horrible on feet. So uncomfortable, especially when I put these on now, the Nike boots, and they are so much more comfortable, honestly.
So all things considered, when it comes to making expensive boots, Nike take the win for me, 1 point to them.
Right, so not everyone has the money to spend hundreds of pounds on football boots, so Nike and Adidas both have a boot for those who want to spend around the £50 mark, and these are the replica takedown models, so we're going to test these, compare them, see who makes them better, Adidas or Nike.
For this test I'm comparing the takedown Nike Phantom and Adidas Speedflow, the cheapest boot each brand makes.
First off the bat, I'm looking at the quality. They are very similar boots, built with very similar quality. I'm not really going to know until I put them on feet and test them out which is better. Let's put them on feet and head down to the pitch.
So I headed down to the pitch to test them out.
And first up, we're testing the Nike boots. Honestly, these replica boots feel really decent. Right, so I've got to say, I was very impressed by these Nike boots. They felt really good. Now let's see how the Adidas boots compare. So they feel really nice and snug on feet. Let's lace them up.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
So the Nike boots impressed me, but to be fair, so did the Adidas Speedflows.
Make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks.
So I spent a while testing all aspects of both boots, and it was time to pick a winner.
So I was having a bit of a hard time picking a winner because both these boots are honestly really good. But then I asked myself the question, if I were to play a game right now, which boots would I bring with me? And it would be the Adidas boots. This round, Adidas win.
Well, I can see.
Right, so next up we're going to be comparing the kits of both brands and giving a point to the winner. So first up, Nike have had some absolute belters over the years with their old school World Cup kits with the Netherlands and Brazil, they were unreal, and nowadays with the PSG kits. Adidas have also made some really nice kits over the years too, and especially nowadays with the Juve kits, but for me, there's a clear winner on this, and it's Nike. So Nike and Adidas both offer a wide range of footballs, so today we're going to be testing two of their cheaper balls, the replica ones, but also two of the top-end official match balls.
First off, I'm putting the replica balls head-to-head. Both charge around the £20 mark for these. We have the Adidas Unifornia and the Nike Pitch Team Ball.
But when it comes to quality of the replica balls, they're both pretty similar. It looks like they're made out of the same material, and I assume they're going to perform pretty much the same.
On the bounce test, they're very close, but Nike just edging it. Then it was time to test them out.
I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure. And I just can't wait till the day when you knock on my door.
So I've tested the replica balls out for a bit now, and honestly, they both feel the exact same. I can't really tell a difference between them. So I'm going to have to give it a draw for this one, just because there's no clear winner. Now we're going to move on to the official match balls, and I feel like this is where we'll see a difference and really be able to compare the two. I've got the new Nike Flight ball and also the new Adidas UEFA Nations League ball. So first off, these two look completely different, so it's going to be interesting. They've obviously gone for completely different designs. It'll be interesting to see how these perform.
So once again, I headed down to the pitch and just spent some time testing them out for shooting, dribbling and skills. On the bounce test, once again, the Nike ball bouncing slightly higher. Next up, I wanted to see how these different panel designs would affect a curve.
Both felt pretty good there. So now I'm going to have some strikes with both these balls and just see how they feel to hit. Both those balls felt pretty good to kick, like the ADIDAS one slightly more. I'm not sure if this is just in my mind or this is true, but the Nike ball definitely felt a bit heavier. Right, so the ADIDAS ball weighs 437 grams and the Nike ball 435. That is very strange because this ball definitely feels a bit heavier, but it turns out it's 2 grams lighter.
So I spent enough time testing them out at this point and it was time to choose a winner.
So who makes the better footballs, Nike or ADIDAS? For me, especially after testing them both and from balls I've used in the past, the win goes to ADIDAS. I think overall they just make better footballs. I think this is a better football than this, and I think historically with things like the Europass, the Team Geist, the Jabulani, loads of iconic footballs. Don't get me wrong, Nike have got some nice ones as well with the Premier League, but overall I think a lot of people agree, and I'm forgetting the Champions League balls, but I think a lot of people agree that ADIDAS, when it comes to footballs, do make a better football. Next up, we're stepping off the pitch onto the street. We've got the Nike Lunagato versus the ADIDAS Sala. Let's see which pair is the best for street football.
So both brands give customers an option for street football. Nike's Lunagato appears to be the more stylish of the two, opting for a more casual appearance, whereas the ADIDAS Sala looks a bit more like a football shoe. First up, let's try out the Nikes.
So one thing that I really like about these Lunagatos, they've got serious quality on them, but they've got this little grip bit here, which really helps when it comes to freestyle.
I think it's the little details like this that show that Nike have actually thought about and put some effort into researching what street footballers actually want in a shoe. After being very impressed with the Nikes, it was time to give the ADIDAS boots a run out. Now there's no denying these are a really good street football shoe as well, but are they as good as the Nikes?
So testing these out now, for street football, Nike are taking the win for me. The Lunagatos, they just felt like they were built better with better quality, so much nicer to play in, nicer to look at, all round. Nike, clear win on this round for me. These weren't terrible, but these were just really good.
So for the final test of the video, I got my kit on, packed my bags and headed back down to the pitch to test out
The Goalkeeper Gloves. Now it's clear straight off the bat that both brands have gone for a similar design. Right, so first things first, I'm going to try them both on and see what they feel like for comfort.
No complaints with the Nike gloves.
Already, the ADIDAS Predator gloves feel, in my opinion, just a lot nicer. They fit, they're a lot tighter around the fingers. All right, handling up next, let's see how they feel. First up, the Nike gloves.
So the Nikes realistically are really nice goalie gloves, nothing bad I can really say about them. So next up I put on the ADIDAS ones to see how they compared. And although there was nothing wrong with the Nike gloves, these just did feel a bit better.
I feel like I've got more control over the ball.
I also did a grip test and the ADIDAS gloves absolutely smashed it.
Right, so now I'm going to have to pick a winner for the gloves test. Both very similar gloves, both felt really good, but for me, the ADIDAS gloves were just a little bit better, so ADIDAS takes a win on this one. Right, so I did not want this video to end in a draw. It might look like I've set it up so I can be equal to both sides, but honestly, I wanted there to be a clear winner. I wanted to decide who was the king of football, but it just so happens that they drew. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.